episode 483. Thank you all for listening to episode 482, Stump the Pod. I am Grayla Mark with my co-host
Barrington Bear the Fifth.
And Parrot the First.
Thanks to Wes Anderson for moments of time. Check him out on Facebook. Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Overline Podcast. Brandon will hook you up with that merchandise deal. Thank you to Crandall Squad Landscape, and give Sean a call. 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not
Darlington, South Carolina, or South Kakalaki.
South Kakalaki. Thank you, Sean, who his guys, by the way, mowed my lawn this week, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So mention Overline Podcast to them. He'll give you the friends and family discount, and no, you have not, Parrot. And he will hook you up with that deal. Thank you to Sparty Steve. And last but not least, Connor Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, make sure you get to datingtransformation.com. Get that free consultation when you mention Over the Line Podcast. And in the meantime, get to amazon.com and buy Connell's book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't.
This just in, the Walleye are now up 3-0.
Well, good.
2-1 win tonight. Bears going to game 4 on Friday.
Watch them close them out Friday night. I actually totally forgot to look at that. And actually, it was funny because Gordy Meyer was picked he was picked right before me in our league. So the round right before me. Yeah, he plays at Toledo as well. So yeah, Gordy getting a win on the ice, and he was picked like 5th round, I think, because I think I was 6th round.
That's awesome. He a good golfer too?
Yeah, he's right around mine. I think he's about a 10 or an 11, so we're about the same.
Awesome. All right. First thing we're going to do is actually not go into NASCAR or golf. We're going to go into trivia first. And Jeremy said he'll be ready, so I said ready in 5. And here we are, so Jeremy better show up. What are the updated standings, Bear?
Once I pull that, because you tricked me with that.
Yes, I did.
We were going there. Jeremy, you didn't trick me. Jeremy's been slacking. Let's put it that way. All right. Our updated standings after my computer debacle and last week, we have Gray at 8, Cody at 0, Bear at 4, Dub at 0, Parrot at 4.
What was that again? One more time.
Gray at 8, Cody at 0, Bear at 4, Dub at 0, Parrot at 4.
Love it. First question this week. What is pitch total for the longest at-bat in MLB history? Closest number gets 2 points.
That's a good question right there. I like that.
All right, so we'll go to the old chat box.
I feel like it's recent also. Like, I feel like I just heard about this and it happened.
All right, got mine.
I got mine.
Ready, Parrot? Frozen, Parrot? All right.
He definitely frozen.
All right. Well, 3, 2, 1, and go. If he's closer, we'll give him the points. That was going to be my first guess.
Here comes Parrot.
Parrot, what's your guess? There we go.
All right. 17, 20.
I was going to say 23 was my first number. Hope it's 20.
We're splitting points. 1-1.
Yep. I love how Parrot's frozen. Andy's here.
I like it. It's like
Drew Rip ass Parrot?
Dual Parrot.
21. God damn it.
2018. That's close to recent.
There was a 22 pitch at bat in a spring training game.
Oh, I thought it was a real game.
Huh. No, 21 in a real game. 22 was in a spring training game.
Though. Okay. All right. There we go.
2 for Barrington Bear.
As I grow ever closer.
How many times did Mr. Perfect win the Intercontinental Championship?
I would ask and say win or when? Jeremy is leading our NASCAR league, by the way, in DraftKings.
Is he now?
He is, yes. He popped back up there. I didn't even realize it, but I think the first like 5 spots are different by like I want to say 80 points or something. And then from like 5th to 9th, maybe 10th is like 210 points. I'm impressed. This is close. We're having a close NASCAR league. I like that.
Yeah, I'm a little far behind. Finally got my first win this year.
Well, you're far behind right now. There's still fucking 24 races to go.
Well, I love that Cody has missed a week and is only 20 points out.
Dude, yeah. I told him, I go, you're an idiot missing that fucking week. I go, you'd be dominating right now.
Rule number 5, you're an idiot.
Well, what do I say every time? Just put in a fucking lineup. Even if not, you're not going to, I mean, unless it's Talladega or some shit, you're not getting negative points.
Right. Just put in something like a preliminary.
Yep, I do every week. Just in case I forget, I always put something in, and then I would go back after qualifying, see who looked good in practice, and I go from there. Just like last week, my lineup was I did the whole Hendrick lineup with 2 shitty guys. So I was straight Larson, Byron, Elliott, Barry, which honestly wouldn't have been bad because I think I had like Gilliland and Yaley who finished decent.
Right.
And I switched it over to Toyota and I went Hamlin Bell. And technically, I mean, Hamlin Bell Truex, and even with Bell wrecking, that lineup still did better than the other one, but it was close. It was very close.
Yep. I had a pretty comfortable win. And I was like, all right, good.
If Bell didn't, I mean, I know you weren't watching early. I was up by 50 the entire time. Second, I was dominating. I had Bubba, I had all of them up there, and I had 4 guys in the top 6. And then I had Gilliland, who was running like 25th, and he started 32nd. And I think I had Yaley or someone else who was up there because everyone else was wrecking. And then once Bell wrecked, my lineup went to shit. I was fighting for second, but I just couldn't quite get there. So another bad fucking break for me.
It's usually what happens. I don't even know who I had last week. Who the fuck did I have? I had Larson, Byron, Truex, Dillon, LaJoy, and Gilliland. Yeah, LaJoy, that's what you need, those bottom guys.
Well, LaJoy was the one that pretty much got you that dub because he stayed up there the whole race. I think he finished like
20th.
Oh, did he? I was about to say he did. He was doing great.
Well, the good thing is the least amount of points I had was 26 with Gilliland. He gained 8 spots and finished 24th. LaJoy gained 4 and finished 20th. Dillon gained 1 and finished 10th. Truex dropped 4, finished 8th. Byron dropped 2, finished 3rd. And Larson started 2nd, finished 2nd.
And if they would have had a wreck, Truex would have been there because he had tires left. They just didn't use them. Truex would have won that race if there was one more wreck because he would have got tires. He would have been out of the pits probably in 5th or 6th. But.
Yep.
All right, back to Mr. Perfect's Intercontinental title run.
All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. 2-1. Parrot.
I got nothing.
So he's going with 0.
Number.
Type in a number, any number.
Texas with a $sign.
6.
Three. Mixed between 3 and 5.
Great job. 2 times.
Nice. I knew it was it was 1 or 2. I just couldn't remember. I don't remember the second one. All right, you got your 2 points back.
Yay. I hope your Derby picks did better than mine. They did not. Lost $100. Most years you hope your horse wins. This year you had to hope your horse didn't die. Very sad year. That's all I got this week. Did they end up, did what's his name die? Forte? Or is he still alive?
No, he's still alive. He just got scratched late. But still
alive for now.
Brutal for the Kentucky Derby. Brutal. I think one of the owners got banned or one of the owners got kicked out because I think 4 of his horses died. Yeah.
Really?
Bad luck.
Yeah. Died.
Or he killed them all. He did like Tony Soprano. And it wasn't him. It was the other dude that killed Pio Mai. She was a beautiful horse and killed her over it.
Yeah, I mean, the race was good. It was a good Derby, but I had nothing with Mage, that 8 horse. Nothing.
I should have taken. I was like, and it went 8-3. You know, the 8, the 3. I'm like junior and senior. God damn it!
Yep, that's right.
Or Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon should have went 8-3.
I got excited because I put a little heat on 18 because I picked Rocket Can and he was sitting in fourth and it looked like he was about to charge down the backstretch. I was getting excited because I think I had 10 on him or something and he was 29-1 or some shit. So
and I had 25 on one, 25 on the other, and 50 on the exacta bet.
Yeah, none of my.
I would have had it if I would have taken my other exact bet. Man, that could have been on that $100 bet would have been, I think, $3,000.
Yeah,
so
none of those. Yeah, fucking none of those hit for me.
Parrot keeps freezing.
There's triple Parrot.
He's back again. Triple Parrot.
Fucking app keeps freezing on my fucking shitty phone.
It's Parrot the third.
Are you pooping?
Brushing my teeth, dick.
He's pooping.
Yeah, he's probably jerking off in the sink.
Like that time he sat to pee. Classic.
Unfortunately, I'll never be able to not see that.
That was classic. Classic bird. Goddamn bird. All right. So anyway, this week we got golf. Andrew Putnam, no pick. 69 for him. Cam Young with a 59. Max Homa with an 8. Victor Hovland 43 for Parrot. And Dub.
Dubless.
I'm still in the lead.
Parrot was off by a week. Wyndham Clark won this week.
Right. Parrot was off by a week. Who won the tournament?
Wyndham Clark. He was off by a week.
Oh, that's what you just said, dumbass. Wyndham Clark.
Yep.
He was off by a week.
Off by a week. Xander Souffle was second. Harris English and Terrell Hatton were third. Adam Scott, Tommy Fleetwood were fifth. Michael Kim was seventh. Denny McCarthy, Sung Jae, and Brendan Todd, K.H. Lee, Max Homa, and Corey Connors were all tied eighth. I put in a late bet for Homa top 10 and got fucked because he tied with everyone else and they do dead heats. So all I did was get my money back. Fucking bullshit. But Gray, you are in the lead at 27.5. Who is your pick at the Byron Nelson this week at TPC Craig Ranch in McKinney, Texas?
Hideki Matsuyama.
Mr. Hideki. Dub is going with the two-time defending champion, K.H. Lee for second place. Dub with 31.8. K.H. Lee has won this 2 years in a row and also just got a top 8, so great pick there. I am also going with Hideki Matsuyama with coming in at a 32.6. So Gray and I are not going to change this week. Nope. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. Asians fare well here at the Byron Nelson. I think they've won 5 of the last 6. So, and Hideki's been top 10 here a few years. My only concern, which I hate more than anything in the world, is Hideki loves to withdraw if he's not doing well before a major. And we're before a major. So hopefully he doesn't this week. I think he's healthy.
Well, and then, the Asians fare well here. So we got K.H. Lee and T. Hatton is going to do well for Parrot.
Tyrell Hatton, kind of far away from being Asian.
No, T. Hatton.
T. Hatton. So I say we pick an Asian for Cody. Let's go with Siwoo. How about that? I don't think he's picked Siwoo, has he? He picked Minwoo.
I was gonna say Justin Sue, but
we could pick him too. Which one?
Siwoo.
What are we thinking for Cody?
He took Tom Kim.
He took Minwoo Lee. So Justin Sue or
Parrot, Justin Sue or Siwoo Kim for Cody.
Justin Sue, because I've never heard of him.
There we go.
Got it. Put him in. All right. On to NASCAR. You just started talking about everything.
NASCAR. Oh, yeah, it was a good race. Really good race at Kansas this week. I think we talked a couple of times, like, I don't remember Kansas being this exciting. Like, Kansas was always a boring race, and it was great. I think the repave helped. But yeah, really good race. Denny and Kyle Larson. Denny chased down Kyle at the end, and everyone kind of thought it was a dirty move he put on him. I think racing's racing. Kyle Larson said he had to look at it, but he thought it was just hard racing. I mean, he was loose, so Denny got into the back of him a little bit. It is what it is. But overall, I mean, I thought it was a great race. And then we got the nice quick right from Ross Chastain on Noah Gragson and a stupid haircut. Nothing better than that. They got into it a little earlier. Gragson gave Chastain a little bit of shit, and Ross told him to stop, and he didn't stop. So Ross popped him with a quick right.
Dude.
And security broke it up, and Gragson wanted to go. But let's put it this way. I will be nowhere near Ross Chastain this week. And any picks of mine, I'll have 1 25-cent lineup on DraftKings for Ross Chastain in there. That'll be about it. Because I think Gragson's going to take him. I'll put them in the same lineup just so it's like, fuck it. If I'm losing both.
Yeah, new rivalry since Hamlin and Ross are apparently buddies now.
Yeah, they shook. Ross went up and shook his hand on when he had his trophy on the podium stand, and Denny looked like he accepted it just fine. And if you actually try to find on Twitter, Denny watching the fight, it's hilarious. And Denny, yeah. So Bob Packrass is a big NASCAR reporter, shows him in the room on his phone, and Denny's watching it, and he's just like has a big smile on his face, probably thinking Ross is going to get fucked up. And he goes, and his face just goes, oh. And then at the end of the video, he goes, well, he told him to stop. Exactly what Denny says. I was like, okay. So yeah, it was pretty funny. So yeah, their beef may be squashed, but Ross and Gragson, I don't think are. So it'll be interesting this week at Darlington. Throwback weekend, by the way. So there's gonna be a lot of awesome throwback cars at Darlington. One of my favorite races of the year. I think Chase is racing in his dad's number 9 McDonald's car. I think one of those. That'll be a fun one. And I think I saw that Busch was going to race the Frosted Flakes, maybe. I can't remember. I'd have to look. But I mean, I think the car he started in at Hendrick, he's going to be racing. So that'll be really cool.
I see the photos of what you said. Denny Hamlin, it's got 2 pictures. One watching the Noah Gragson Ross Chastain fight. The first pic before the punch heard around the world. The second after the punch landed, where he goes. And it says, these photos represent the moment Denny Hamlin realized how good of a decision it was not to act on those thoughts he had.
That's what I said, too.
Towards Ross. His life just flashed before his eyes because he clocked him good.
Oh,
Noah took it good.
That's chin. That's skin on chin right there. Fist on chin. I mean, he clocked it. And yeah, Noah did take it good. And he wanted to fight, but I just don't think you want to fuck with Ross. Like,
he said, stop. Told him twice.
But yeah, I mean, it was awesome. And Ross said that at Trackhouse, there is a no push policy. You push, you're going to get hit. That's pretty much what he said from Justin Marks right there. So, yeah.
So did he get fined or anything yet?
I haven't seen anything. Honestly, he's a first time offender in this, so I don't think he's going to get. He'll probably get fined something. He won't get suspended or lose points or anything. I'm sure he'll get fined.
He's driving the car that Ross had a couple years ago.
Yeah, the 42.
Yep. They used to be Larson. And it's like the feeder car. Once you get those drivers into a good, car, they're real drive. I mean, Noah's a great driver. Don't get me wrong. But,
great driver, terrible haircut.
Terrible haircut, terrible car. But we see what those guys do when they get to real teams. But nobody thought Justin Marks' team and Trackhouse would be what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, Suarez he's okay. He's
Suarez is solid, man. I mean,
what is he, 17th in points right now?
I think so. Like, he's just solid, and he's gonna get one. There's no doubt about it.
He'll win one of those road courses probably.
But I mean, this week, honestly, he had a good race at Kansas. He could have been there. He just had a few minor hiccups, but he was racing pretty much top 10 all day. So
yeah, it'll be good.
But let's get to Darlington. So new standings. We have a new leader with Gray getting a last place out of Christopher Bell.
Whoop, whoop.
Chase Briscoe got a 32 for Dub. Bubba Wallace got a 4 for me. Still hot at Kansas. Guy to pick there. Harvick got an 11 for Parrot, and Cody didn't pick. So he got Josh Balicki because he already picked Bell. He already picked Busch. He already picked all the guys that finished behind him. So he gets a better finish than Gray and didn't even pick.
Fucking dick.
Funny how that works.
What I should have done.
But yeah, so Parrot 16.3 in the lead. I am second with a 16.8. Gray close behind with a 17.2. Cody with a 19.3 without ever picking, and Dub having a rough NASCAR year at 21.3. Parrot, where are you going this week?
As long as I haven't taken Denny Hamlin, I'm going with him.
Parrot is going with one Dennis Hamlin this week.
Nice.
I am going to go with Brad Keselowski this week. Bad Brad racing in a backup car. He's been honestly he's been racing pretty well, just with some bad luck. Had a rough week at Kansas, but I like Brad this week.
I'm gonna go. What do we do for the All-Star rate? Use any driver, okay?
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, it doesn't.
And we
matter.
don't count the points.
Nope.
Yeah.
We can use whoever you want there. We're going to count the points. We can just use any driver that you want.
Okay.
You can double up on this one.
All right, and then let's see. Looks like I've taken everybody that matters in the top, so I'm going to go with the next guy that's in the top of the list. Give me Austin Dillon.
Also race as well at Darlington. It's a good pick.
Yes, he does. So done with old NASCAR.
Well, Dub did take Tyler Reddick. You know Cody's not going to pick, so who the hell are we going to pick at Darlington for Cody?
Let's see who races shitty here. Let's pick him a middle of the road guy. Pick a number. Let's be fair, 1 to 20.
Yeah, I'll Parrot pick it.
Parrot, 1 to 20.
16.
Ryan Blaney. Has he taken Blaney?
He is not.
There it is. He's the 16th best guy in the last. He races poorly here. 16th best guy in the list for Racing Reference. So good pick, Parrot.
There we go.
It means he'll probably win the fucking race.
Yeah, probably will. Blaney for Cody.
All right. We got to go into wrestling from this past week. We had the old Backlash in Puerto Rico, and Parrot undefeated 7-0. Me, Bear.
First.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Me, Bear, Peapod, and Cody were all 6-1, and Dub was 5-2 because he thought Damien would beat Bad Bunny to lead the SummerSlam. I liked his reasoning, but no. So, just going through the matches real quick. The Bloodline beat Riddle and KO and Sami Zayn. I mean, that could have went either way. We all thought the one way, and Parrot was the only one that got Bloodline, so that's where the one win came from. Bianca,
definitely dissension in that though.
Yeah. Austin Theory won against Lashley and Bronson Reed. Seth freaking Rollins had a sweet curb stomp on Omos. That was an awesome one from the top rope. Rhea Ripley.
Oilers scored, by the way.
Oh, nice. Rhea Ripley did.
I had a bet on one goal in the first 10 minutes. So that's all I wanted. So they scored in 7. We're good. Won the bet.
There we go. The Rhea Ripley won. No surprise there. Let's talk about these other things. Though. Bianca Belair.
I like what they did with that though. I mean, I think that they gave Zelina. I mean, they gave her a standing ovation after the match, and they didn't have Rhea completely smash her, which she should have. She did dominate in the whole thing, but really cool what she did with the Puerto Rico flag, what she did with her family. Rhea involved in that, played a great heel, but a respectful sort of heel with that. Loved what they did. They gave her a standing ovation afterwards. Puerto Rico crowd, probably the best in WWE in what, 10 years?
It was amazing crowd.
When was Punk and Cena in Chicago? 2011?
2011 or 12. Yeah, 11, I think. You're right.
So we're talking 11, 12 years. I mean, that Puerto Rico crowd was fired up for everything. They didn't take a break. I mean, they should go there. They need to go there for a pay-per-view once a year, whether it's Backlash, whether it's fucking whatever it is. They're dumb. Even with Bad Bunny not there, they were fire. 100%.
Yeah, they were. And the Bianca Belair BDO Sky, but the talk of that match was Bayley's pants.
And did you know that she shaved Sky in the back of her head? Did you see that? No one saw it because everyone was looking at her ass.
I saw it because it said it, but I was still looking at her ass. Did you see it, Parrot? Like the pants she was wearing? It was ridiculous.
No.
Definitely was the worst match on the card, unfortunately. And everyone liked what Io Sky was doing, and I don't get it. Like, I thought she was slow. She didn't hit her spots, and it wasn't that the end of the match was good, the last like 4 minutes, but I thought I thought that was Bianca's worst match ever.
There you go, Parrot.
Oh, nice.
Ridiculous. But it was good. So the other things here, so Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, let's talk about that. So Bad Bunny obviously looks good, and it was primo, and Damian Priest does not get enough credit for how good of a worker he is.
Yeah, Damian Priest is super underrated. I mean, he did. Don't get me wrong. Bad Bunny is athletic. He's great wrestler. Damian Priest held that match together. He protected Bad Bunny and sold like a motherfucker. Fantastic. And
not like HBK against Hogan
though. No, he didn't sell that much. He sold for real. But that, dude, I tell you what, with everything that happened, like everyone bitches and complains about how people come out, like Carlito, Savio, the LWO, all of that was perfect. Like there wasn't too much. It was absolutely perfect. And I tell you what, that had to be. I thought Savio's pop when he came in.
Carlitos was huge.
I thought Savio's was going to be the best. Holy shit, dude. Carlito, oh my God. That was one of the biggest pop. That was Jericho when he debuted pop. I mean, huge. Loved it. Absolutely fantastic. And he looked great. The last time I saw Carlito, motherfucker was fat and out of shape. He got himself back into shape. Carlito looks good. He looks good.
He was good. That was fun to see him. And Damian, I hope to see someday where he would be a good baby face too.
Fucking Cody. He took Tom Kim, even though he's already taken him, and he took Ross. He took Chastain. That motherfucker.
Good. Give him Ross Chastain. And
I don't know if he's already taken him or not. I gotta look here because I thought he might have, but what a dick.
Tell him
he already took both of them.
You telling him?
Yep. So
just tell him who we picked for him. You already took both. We gave you Blaney and Justin Sue. Take it or leave it. And then, the great match, Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. And that is, Lesnar got busted open and he bled, which was part of the plan. And, but it was a hard way. It's part of the plan. And the big thing here is, when is the last time you remember Brock losing clean?
Well, he has actually in his last few matches. They were showing the people he's lost clean to lately, and it's been a who's who. So I like this Brock. He's finally putting, and I'm not saying he didn't put guys over before, so I don't want that to be the thing, but he's finally putting guys over, and I think he's having fun. Like it looks like he's having fun.
It does look like it.
And they
that
were
fat paycheck. He's getting paid what, 12 or 15 million a year? It's something insane.
I think 15, and I think he has private jet rights from North Dakota, wherever he lives, to
Canada,
to wherever the fuck he wants. Like, but I mean, Brock is doing one. He's putting on great matches. He's not just smashing people like he was 3 years ago.
Yep.
He's putting guys over like Cody, which this was a beautifully told story. Great match. Loved it. Cody gets dominated. Brock, being the heel, takes off the turnbuckle. We forget about it. He goes back, busts his head on it, real way, hard way. Goes in and he's about to submit Cody Kimura, and rolls him up, man, and gets the quick 1, 2, 3 and out of there. Like, it's a finish we've seen a lot, but it's such a good finish when it's done right. And it was done right.
It was done right.
Blood helps. Like, it was all so good. And it pushes Cody, to where we know he's going to be. Obviously not with the new championship.
Not with the new champ, which I like.
He's going to beat Roman. No, absolutely. They needed to. I didn't think he'd lose right off the bat. I thought he'd lose the set. But that's fine. They have to have him beat Roman, and they're going to. It's going to happen.
What's going to happen is, like, I think, because they gotta get a weird way around it, because if they just did the matches, right? And he didn't win because Lesnar came in and took him out, so he was out. Seth Rollins won, so he's in the final and Night of Champions. Hopefully, against it would be nice to see AJ Styles because he's coming back, and I would love to see it on AJ, and then have Roman like go to Raw. Like have Cody, Roman come back to Raw. AJ can run SmackDown. He's fine there. And but I don't know what they'll do because it's like who could then fight AJ Styles? Don't know.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is I think there's just so much good there with a healthy Styles. Him against Cody would be great if you turn AJ heel. AJ and Seth would be fucking great.
Yeah, if they're the two, which I could see happening being the championship match.
I hope it is now.
Yeah, because who are the SmackDown guys fighting this week?
I'm not sure, honestly. I did not look.
Tournament list 2023. Who is? I can't remember who the guys are. WWE Championship Tournament and competitors unveiled. There we go. So it's AJ Styles, Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Edge, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus.
Okay.
I could see it being. It won't be Sheamus. Theory, I don't think they're ready for, but that would be good. Theory and Finn Balor, AJ Styles and Theory and Seth Rollins, Edge and Seth Rollins. I mean, AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. I wouldn't mind AJ and Seth Rollins. That'd be good. See him back. So that means he's going to be on SmackDown tomorrow or Friday, excuse me. So it'll be good to watch.
Yep. I think AEW is in Detroit tonight too, if I'm not mistaken.
AEW's almost sold out Wembley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did see that too.
All right. So what about this past week? We also had UFC 288. Saw Jessica Andrade got knocked out.
I'm not gonna lie, I turned it off right before that fight because it was boring as shit. I don't know what it was, but the fights just sucked. It was a terrible, terrible card. Andrade got knocked out and Muhammad beat Burns, which is great. Figured that was going to happen because Bilal deserves a title shot. He's fantastic. The Sterling Cejudo, I think, was a split decision, but neither of them looked really that much beat up, so it had to be boring as fuck. So happy I turned it off and saved myself some hours so I could go to bed.
And then 289 is Nunes and Aldana and Oliveira and Dariush. And then Mallet and Fugget. I like that guy's name. Fugget.
Fugget, yeah.
Adam Fugget.
If they do get to O'Malley and Sterling, though, which I think they're going to, should be a pretty good fight when that one comes up. But they had what they just announced. What did old Cody's Uncle Dana just announce? Shit. Oh, I think it was Volkanovski and
Rodriguez.
Yes, Yair Rodriguez at was that 289?
Yep, no, 290.
290. Yeah, the July 8th card or whatever, right? The 4th of July one, yeah. Which whatever. I like Volkanovski. I can get into that, but again, it's these cards they're just not exciting me. Not much excitement.
Nope.
And it sounds like among everything else that if John Jones, when he fights Stipe, he's going to retire after.
It's done after that.
So much for that 10 fight signing, which we knew was never going to go through.
Yeah, and Stipe, this might be his last hurrah too.
I can see that. No doubt. I can see that. But
have a good fight. Yeah, because Bones wins. I mean, could go down as greatest ever. Doesn't have a legitimate loss. Has one loss, but it's not legitimate.
He'll quote unquote retire until Ngannou comes back and then they'll fight. I don't think he wants that Ngannou smoke, but Ngannou can't find anywhere else to go. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
Who do you think, and this is for you too, Parrot, it could be boring, like whatever. Doesn't matter if they were boring or not as a fighter. Best UFC fighter, doesn't matter the weight class, but just best fighter. It could be they were boring as shit. Doesn't matter. Just overall, because they won, they knew what they were doing in the octagon. All of that.
I mean, I liked McGregor in his prime because that's just when I started watching it, though. When he was, he brought in good crowds. He brought the company a bunch of money. He was fun to watch.
Yeah, Brock brought in a lot of money to UFC, but just didn't have it. And then he got screwed up with that diverticulitis. That screwed him up bad.
Mm-hmm.
I know people never liked watching him fight, but GSP, man, I know it was boring as shit, but he knew how to win.
Yes, he did. He was a lay and pray expert at the end of his career, which you have to do to win. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, no, the shit he could do, how good he was as a wrestler, just absolutely insane.
Yep.
GSP was awesome, no doubt.
Yep. What do you think? Who's top?
I mean, for me, I would say GSP is there. Obviously, I mean, you want to go back, you can go Hoist Gracie. He was unbeatable.
Yeah.
Back
when UFC was 600-pound guy could fight a 100-pound guy.
Yeah, and the 100-pound guy knock out the 600-pound guy. I mean, shit's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, I mean, you got Hoist early on. As the thing is, as you go through, there was always someone dominant, like Vitor Belfort. Everyone forget Vitor was dominant for a long time, man. He really was. Vitor was exciting to watch. He was must watch. He was like the Tyson of the USC for a while, because you would go, okay, Vitor is going to have a 38-second fight, and he normally did. Liddell there for a little bit. He had a small run, but I kind of liked watching Liddell get knocked out, honestly.
Yep.
Against Rashad. But yeah, I mean, now, yeah, your GSP, John Jones, all that good shit. So there's a lot that's out there as you go through the years of different guys. And you got to remember too, we have 8 different weight classes. So you could have a guy in each division who would do stuff. No doubt.
Yep. No, it's fun. And then hopefully, we got different things coming up, different type of shows. We're nearing our 500th episode, still working on that. Hopefully going to have some type of party, depending on how things shake out with different concerts and shit we have going on this summer.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And next week, I mean, we're still going to we got one more show to do with Bear, and then next week Bear is off. So Parrot and I will do the sports show, and then we've got Brandon and Shiv coming back, and we're going to start a new series of like podcast episodes, how we used to do in the past, where we did get to know somebody, get to know this, get to know that. Parrot may or may not want to partake. It's up to the Parrot, but the first one is going to be Mission Impossible Top Tom. So we're going to go through different Tom named actors, pick out their best role or the best part they played, and put them up against one another to see who's the best Tom and what was the best role that Tom had. So it could be
Jerry count.
What's that?
Does Tom from Tom and Jerry count?
If you bring that up, I will be happy. And yeah, you got Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Tom who else we got? Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Tom Kim the golfer, Tom Hiddleston, Tom Hardy. It's gonna be awesome.
Tom Brady,
Thomas the Train,
great actor. And
that was my favorite show growing when I was a kid.
Have you watched Parrot? Have you seen Bullet Train?
I watched like 10 minutes of it and I didn't really care for it, so I turned it off.
Oh, it's fucking great. And the one guy does metaphors based on Thomas the Train. That's how he names people. He's like, "You're a Gordon, you're a Diesel, you're this." It's fantastic. That movie was. Did you see it, Bear?
No, I did not.
It was so good, so funny, and the cameos were just fantastic. So we're gonna do Battle of the Toms next week, and then we might have Battle of the Michaels, Battle of the different thing, Battle of whatever we want to do. got a wide open array of people and actors with different names, and we're going to do it. We talked about Johns, Anthony's, Matthews, Brandon's, Ryan's. So we said Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Gosling were the only Ryans we knew that were prominent. Gary Busey and Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Busey with his big old teeth.
Yeah. Brandon Lee and some other Brandon Routh. Yeah, something. Jake Gyllenhaal and another Jake.
Jake Paul.
Oh, Parrot. You might be better than him. Maybe.
Yeah. So those are coming up next week. But Sunday, we'll have a new episode. We're going to do these cards that we did last week.
Boom.
And we did the trivia. But this week we're doing say what you see, and see what Parrot and Bear can come up with on the Say What You See. So that'll be a quick episode on Sunday. Tune in then. But for now, thanks to Wes Anderson, thanks to All Work Clothing, Crandall's Quality Landscaping, Colin Bear at DailyTransformation.com, and Sparty Steve. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
I think that said red pickles.
Steph Curry sucks.